the reconnecting. This is one of my favorite pictures. Eyes are kind of freaky, but I love this picture because this shows this picture shows the web of the nerve system and how it touches every cell, tissue, and organ of our body to control and monitor and send messages in and out to get stuff done right. Now, right now, the brain, through the nerve system, is coordinating millions of different things, trillions of cells. Right now, inside of your bones are making 8 million new blood cells every second. Filtering out old ones, adding in new ones. Every second, 8 million, 8 million, 8 million. That's a lot of stuff happening. That's just one example. Pumping oxygen, digesting food, picking up signals, the stuff that I'm telling you, your brain's trying to do that. It's doing it all at the same time. Here we have a couple of bones. Now this is looking straight on like this. These are 4 backbones looking at a side view like this. So if you were looking at somebody's back and you saw the little bumps that go down the middle of their backbone, these are the bumps that are on the back side of the backbone, okay? To give you a little orientation there. What we notice here is a space in between, and not a space in between right here. This is that subluxation, that misalignment that's putting on the squeeze on those nerves like the dimmer switch. So let's use for an example, because we've got nerves that go out to everything. Let's use for example, dinner time. Has anybody eaten dinner yet? Y'all have eaten dinner? I haven't, so I'm going to talk a little bit faster. What'd you have for dinner?
Oh, potato leek soup.
Oh, I love it. What'd y'all have for dinner?
We had pork chops.
Pork chop. Great examples, okay? Potato leek soup and pork chops. 2 completely different types of dinner, right? Okay, one's protein, one's not dense in protein, okay? So, for your brain to send the messages down to the stomach to digest the food properly, you've got to have a clear connection between the brain and the stomach. So, if my brain perceives through my eyes, through my sense of smell, my mouth is watering, I'm talking about food. So I'm sitting there looking at this food, my brain says, okay, stomach, get ready for, let's start with the soup. Okay, brain sees it, perceives it, sends a message down to my stomach, through the spine, out the nerves, boom, to the stomach. Stomach sends a message back, got it, potato leek soup, coming down the hatch, got it, pumping out the right juices, the right enzymes, the right digestive stuff, great. That's this nerve right here. It's working right, okay? Let's say that this is the nerve that goes out to the stomach. Using it for an example, okay? So, eyes perceive soup, smell, okay, got it. This is all happening in the head, okay? This is all perception in the head. It goes in. Brain says, okay, hey stomach, get ready for the potato leek soup. Sends a message down. Sends a message down from the brain, through the neck, through the mid-back, out through, right about here, is where the stomach is. Sends those messages out. Hey, static. Comes out to the stomach. Hey stomach, we got potato leek soup coming down the hatch. Stomach hears pork chops. Different stuff has to happen in the stomach if you send different things down the hatch. So, message comes down, potato leek soup, comes out pork chop. Stomach says, okay, we're having pork chops, sends a message back to say I'm getting ready for the pork chops, bam, double whammy. Message going back up the spine says Caesar salad. Oh, now we got a double whammy. Now the brain's saying, no. And then it's like that game where you have a whole line of people, you know, a whole bunch of backbones, a whole line of people, and you whisper in one person's ear and pass it along, and the person in the middle's like, oh yeah, and passes the wrong message along. Interference, a disconnect to the internal communication, okay? So here are the nerve circuits. This is one of my favorite pictures after the crazy eyeball one. This one's got crazy eyeballs too, but they don't stare right at you. So, brain, backbone, organs. This is what I refer to as the wiring chart, like the circuit panel in your house. each one of them has its own particular label. Now this one's labeled much better than the one at my house. I don't know how well yours is labeled or if it's labeled at all. But this one shows that each one of those nerve fibers that go out to those different particular organs. Really interesting. When you cause a subluxation, a misalignment, a dimmer switch that dials down the electrical impulses going in and out, you may not notice anything right away because the body will adapt. For instance, here's the stomach. We've got several groups of nerves from a couple of different bones here, a couple of different circuits that can carry the messages through. So if this one goes bad, we may only get a partial distortion. You may get a little indigestion. There may not be the indigestion, not proper digestion. Okay, you get that? That's a problem. Interference. The more it starts to interfere, the more the problem builds, the more likely it's going to interfere with more and more and more and more. And the indigestion may lead to a situation where there's an ulcer, may lead to a situation where it's bleeding out, and now you're having a progressive loss of quality of life. Now, it also may be the quality of the stuff you're throwing down the hatch, okay? That's kind of important too, okay? So what are you going to do to me? This is a really common question too. What are you going to do to me? We're going to adjust and align you so that we restore the connection. We're basically going to flip the circuits back on, the ones that we find out of balance. This picture right here is actually an excerpt of a video that we made at the office. If you're on the computer and you know how to go to YouTube, you can look up No Spine Left Behind, and this video will come up. It's over 3 days, and it's recording. We had a camera out front where we recorded, you know, we had a sign that says, if you don't want to be recorded, let us know, we'll turn the camera off. And it recorded the process of people getting adjusted. And it goes on for just shy of 10 minutes. I edited it down because at the time 10 minutes was all you could get on YouTube. So it's just under 10 minutes, and it shows babies, seniors, and everybody in between coming in, laying down, getting checked, getting adjusted if they need to, and getting back to their life and engaging more in their life. So our goal is to help you feel better, function better, so you can be happier and more productive. Feel better, function better, be happier, more productive. That's that long range, reconnecting you with your source idea. And you know what? We're going to teach you strategies to keep your connection clear too. And I had a good laugh with somebody earlier today, and I said that I'm only going to be using reverse psychology with people this year. That was my New Year's resolution. Because I told them that, you know, you can eat right and you'll be better. You know, you can have better nutrition. You can do things like that. You can drink water. You can do these things that will help. You can exercise, those sort of things. But I'm only going to tell you one time. Because it's good for business if you don't. And they just, and then busted out laughing. And I was like, you know, sometimes it takes that sort of, you know, attitude, humor, seriously telling you what you need to do in a kind of roundabout way for people to get their minds wrapped around it. And to go, oh yeah, that would make a big difference, wouldn't it? So tools of the trade. These are the tools that